What is going on, everyone? I brought y'all here because we can't go a day without some Houston Texans drama. I got my boy Leo in here. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Chilling, chilling.
Now, Leo and our boy V, they have a good podcast. Follow Leo on Twitter. What is your Twitter, Leo?
It's at Leo is forgiven, just like how it's spelled right there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, follow me and come through the spaces and talk and listen to us yell at each other and stuff.
And that's the main reason why I brought you here, Leo. Some news yesterday in OTAs. It shocked the Texans Twitter community. Davis Mills,
Right.
first team reps.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, I don't think it is a big issue. I think in the end all be all, it is going to be CJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
When they asked him about, this QB competition, he said, I'm built for it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, competition is nothing new to CJ Stroud. I just didn't expect this reaction from the fan base. Do you see anything wrong with Davis Mills getting the first team reps in day 2 of OTAs?
Well, I mean, he was last year's starter. I mean, it kind of seems kind of normal to me that this happens. You know what I mean? Because remember, I think like a week or two ago, Frank Reich was saying that I think Andy Dalton was going to be
Mhm.
the first string quarterback. I mean, this is pretty normal, man. I mean, I remember even like a couple years ago, Trey Lance, they traded all that stuff for Trey Lance, and he didn't get any first team reps, from what I understand. Another situation is different. I guess expectations are different. But even still, like, you know what I'm saying? They weren't even trying to push him to play. And I feel like this really, really happens kind of frequently. I
Mhm.
think the thing is that, like, I think a lot of fans just don't even want to, a lot of people just in general don't even want to think about the idea of Davis Mills starting again or starting over Stroud. But in reality, bro, this is the second day of OTAs,
There you go.
and it doesn't really matter. I mean, it just doesn't matter. I mean, as long as he's doing what he has to do, he's improving. He's gonna get first team reps eventually. He's gonna overtake Davis Mills eventually. So to me, it's just a nothing burger.
Now let me play devil's advocate, right? Would you find it an issue if come training camp we still see Davis Mills getting first team reps?
I for sure I would say probably I would even think he probably would get first team reps for sure at the beginning of training
Mm,
camp. You know what I'm saying? I would wonder if what's going on like by the end of training camp, like into like the preseason and through then, like if we don't see Stroud, what I'm saying, like playing with the starters, what I'm saying, by then, like, really by like, middle of preseason, beginning of
yeah.
preseason, then I would start to be like, well, what's going on? And maybe it's either two things, like either Mills has progressed in a way that nobody saw that happening, or like, maybe they're not rushing it. I mean, but in reality, even still, bro, like even if Stroud isn't able to beat him out right now, it doesn't mean that he's not a franchise quarterback.
Mm.
It really doesn't. To me, it doesn't really hold that much merit in general. You know what I'm saying? It's just how they're going about things, and I guess they feel like Mills might give them the best chance to win. But I mean, that's later down the road, and like, we're not even there yet. So I just think just a big overreaction, man. You know.
Davis Mills said it yesterday. I'm competing for that starting job. Nothing is going to change. It's been
Mhm.
great to know CJ Stroud. He is a great guy. I love this little internal quarterback battle.
Yeah.
When CJ Stroud said he's built for that, I went back a couple weeks ago, watched his Elite 11 series, and come to find out he didn't even start in high school till he was a junior.
Yeah.
Wasn't even offered by Ohio State. It was his boy who put him on at the end of the day
Mhm.
and had to fight for the starting spot there after Justin Fields. They brought in Q and Ewers, right? I
Yeah.
think I messed up his
Cool,
name,
cool,
but
cool viewers. Yeah, 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 for sure.
yeah, they brought him in and told CJ Stroud that day. That's disrespectful to
Mhm.
me. No different here. Competition is there for CJ. I'm excited for, D'Amico Ryans, he spoke about him running with the twos, and I have the quote here for you. It says, the process with all our players is to come out improved and get better each day. When the fall comes, that's when we'll talk about the starters and who are the best 11 men to go out there and help us win games. I think you hit it right on the head, Leo.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, D'Amico, I mean, listen, dog, like, um, pretty much even last year, I mean,
Mhm.
it's completely different coach. They have been pretty transparent with us, like I mean, from Lovey Smith at the beginning saying, we need to improve the cornerback position. You know what I'm saying? They go out and draft. They not only sign a cornerback, they draft a cornerback. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? From like, even this year, D'Amico coming out saying that, we're gonna draft. There's two quarterbacks at the top that we like. We're
Mhm.
gonna get one of them. They come out and they draft a quarterback. So I don't think like I would think that they would be more I guess like less covert with like how they feel about the draft picks and this, you know what I mean? So I think that he's not lying, I think, they're gonna come out, they're gonna give them a chance, to play. They're gonna give everybody a chance. And, CJ Stroud, if he's the guy that they drafted at two, you know what I'm saying, that they did all the homework on to draft
Mhm.
him at two, he's gonna end up overtaking Mills. I mean, but you know what I'm saying, he's a football player and I mean, what better way to just, to give him a chance to earn it, you know what I'm saying? So I think that he's been very, very transparent with everything,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? So,
You
I
know,
appreciate it.
yeah, also CJ said, I'm just trying to get better. It's not about being with the ones, it's not about being with the twos. It's just about getting better. That is what spring is for. We
Right.
also heard that CJ Stroud went to the secondary and was asking them on ways he can get better. Because according to DJ Enemy, the secondary had a fantastic day
Mhm.
against the first team offense. How do
Mhm.
you feel so far about CJ Stroud from the little bit we've got from OTAs?
Oh, it seems like he's handling everything right, like from the beginning, like you said. He hasn't shied away from competition. He said he's built for it. He seems confident. He doesn't it doesn't seem to bother him that he's not running with the ones, and he's talking about getting better. He's
Mhm.
talking about getting better and improving himself. And then from there, like you said, approaching the DBs, talking to them, getting feedback, being coachable, which
Yeah.
was something that wasn't that was, I guess, a question mark before we draft them, like whether or not you believe the rumors or not, and they seem pretty fraudulent, but like, you know, it was talked about,
Yeah.
and and then even I seen a report, I can't remember who tweeted it or whatever, but they're saying that he's starting to win over the locker room. So I mean,
Mhm.
as far as like, what I'm saying, within like, I mean, how long has it been? Has it even been a month since we drafted? I guess right around a month. Like,
Yeah.
you know, within a month, I mean, he's done. I mean, from what it seems from outside looking in, everything that he's supposed to do, like he's done so far. And I mean, man, like, what more can we ask for? I think he seems to be the guy that they thought he was.
Yeah, no, Robert Wood said CJ's a good leader, already coming in. He's vocal, he's asking great questions and trying to pick apart the offense. That's a good thing to start with the rookie QB coming in. Leo, before I let you go, there was something interesting that Adam Scheffner put out, and
Hmm.
that was that multiple teams have called about the availability of Davis Mills.
Wow.
What is his trade value to you?
To me, man, like, and this is something that we talked about a lot over the
Mm,
off season. Especially in spaces. I would say you kind of got to go back and look at like trades like Nick Foles, who was traded like multiple times. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it was like a fourth or a fifth round pick. I mean,
mhm,
Jacoby Brissett was traded. I think he might have gotten traded for a player. But I mean, who else? I mean, I can't remember the Jimmy G trade. I think he
yeah,
got traded for a third or a second or something. So I would think, man, I would want to get a third back, but I think a fourth or a fifth or even a fifth and a sixth round pick
mhm,
is good value compensation for him. I think for us, it would be a way if we're really, really going ahead and moving on to Stroud. Like it would be a good way for the Texans to, I guess cleanse and give, I guess, a sense of stability for the fans and for everything to just
mm,
say this is it. But like, and it also would give us cap draft capital, and I guess whatever team he goes to, you get a guy that I understand that Mills, like amongst Texans fans, and just people, like a lot of people, but mainly Texans fans, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who we interact with. Like, there's like this. dark cloud over him, and it's like we act like he can't play football. To me, I still think he's young. He's 24. He has like really good physical, 6'4", two over 220. He has a decently strong arm. He has a pretty much has everything that would take
Mhm.
to be a starter. So like for the other team trading for him, you're at least getting a backup that provides like a decent level upside to where like you could still take shots downfield with your backup quarterback. You still have like, decently good, like the upside of decently
Mhm.
good quarterback play and a developmental or developable starter. So like it's a good value for both sides. Whoever, if we were to trade him, I mean, even if we were to keep him till his rookie deal was over, bro, I think it's a good thing to do because, like, I don't want to have a noodle arm backup quarterback that
Yeah.
like, just completely changes the whole offense. So I think, man, I say like anywhere between a fourth and a sixth round pick, and just I guess at that point it just comes down to negotiations.
Yeah, no, I think, a point that you brought up that I haven't even thought about is there is a dark cloud surrounding, Davis Mills. I was one of the people who was hype about him coming into last season. He's also the reason why you lost the number one overall pick.
Hmm.
Leo, you got me into D'Amico Ryan said it yesterday. I'm focused on the 2023 Houston Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Case Keenum is a backup here. He is solely here to mentor
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud. If Davis Mills could give you something, man, and you really do want to get over that dark cloud, like you said, I would go ahead and do it. It would be, a kind of a rough thing to watch because Davis Mills, as much as we, say he screwed it up in which he did, and we gave him his chances, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't really have the best situation,
Mm-hmm.
going into it. This Davis Mills thing, I don't know how it's going to end, but Leo, thank you for coming on. Let everyone know where they can find you on Twitter, on your podcast.
Yeah. So all right, everybody. So my YouTube name is literally just Leo. Leo. If you type in Leo Houston Texans, I'm sure that you will find something on YouTube, a video by me. Um, on Twitter, my name is at Leo is forgiven, just like how it's written right there. Follow me for like if y'all want to come in and just get some shit off your chest in spaces or just like tweet and there's group chats that you can get into and interact with other Texans fans and man, yeah, just hit me up, man. I'll follow back, and I'm an open book to talk, man. I'm always looking for new people to talk to about this shit. So I appreciate it, bro.
No, absolutely, man. This team is on the rise, and I just think we need everyone talking about the Houston Texans. Thank you for coming on, guys. Let us know how you feel about Davis Mills getting first team reps. I'm not too worried about it. Leo is either. Let us know. Go Texans. Have a very blessed day.
All right, y'all.